All right, guys, day 51, part 2. I know it's loud outside, so I'm speaking up so that hopefully you can hear me. So in this video, I want to talk to you about why being jacked is not a good thing. In fact, if you're jacked, it's probably going to do you more harm than good because it goes against, your longevity. Right? Being jacked hurts your chances of living for a long period of time. Now, just because you're not jacked, like let's say you're super scrawny, that's not a good thing either, okay? You want to be in the middle. You want to have good body composition. You want to have a proportionate amount of muscle for the size and length of your body, right? Prioritize eating protein, minimally processed whole foods, avoid refined carbs and sugar especially. Move a lot throughout the day, exercise, focus on resistance training, get your cardio in. There's this thing called redlining your heart, which basically means getting your heart to its maximum rate, which is, at least on a weekly basis, is very, very good for your cardiovascular health, as long as you don't have any cardiovascular issues. Again, I'm not a doctor. Please verify this with a licensed health professional. But the point is, you do not want to look like you're on steroids, all right? Having too much muscle will lead to issues later on in life. I don't know if you guys have heard of Ronnie Coleman and what happened to him, but search it up and you're going to be pretty shocked about what happened in case you don't already know about this. And so you don't want to be super jacked if you want to live a long life. Obviously, everyone's different. Everyone has different priorities. If you are more concerned with, having a huge physique, if that's what you want, if that's your goal, you know what, you do you, go for it. But if you're prioritizing longevity, if you're prioritizing extending your runway for as long as possible so that you can enjoy and experience everything that life has to offer, then being jacked is not something that you want to do. You want to be fit, you want to be, again, proportionately muscular. Someone that I want you guys to check out if you're interested in building a physique like this is K Bogues. It's spelled K-B-O-G-E-S, K Bogues, on YouTube. Look at that guy's physique. That's what you want, okay? He is not super jacked, but at the same time, he's muscular. He is fit. He is lean. He has a proportionate physique. He has a proportionate amount of muscle for the size of his body. He focuses on eating minimally processed whole foods that are good for you in general, that are healthy long term, and they're going to help you live a good life, all right? And he focuses on basic principles like getting movement consistently throughout the day, stretching, doing stuff that's good for your hips. Another channel that does a really good job of creating content like this is called Strength Side, all right? STRENGTHSIDE, Strength Side, all right? Go check these two guys out, all right? Their resources on this kind of information, it's incredible. And if you implement and prioritize the principles that they talk about, just leading an overall healthy and balanced life, you will live longer than 99.9% of people, right? And if you really want to get into the depths of it, and you want to get into biohacking and stuff like that, you can check out David Sinclair and Ben Greenfield. Those are two people that I have been following for years. And so, like, in case you can't tell by the way I'm speaking about this, I've been into this kind of stuff, biohacking and longevity, optimizing for a long, healthy, sustainable life. I've been into it for years, right? I'm only 19 years old. I'm not super old, but I started this thing 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been implementing these habits, these practices consistently since. That's why, I stay lean year round. My abs are visible year round. I do not have a crazy amount of muscle, but I am fit, I'm lean, and I'm athletic. All right. If I walk by you, you're not going to look at me and be super intimidated. But if you were to challenge me to a strength competition to see who can do the most pull-ups or push-ups, or like a sprint or something like that, chances are, even if you're a pretty fit person, I'll still beat you, even though I don't look like I'm the most fit person in the world, just because on the inside, internally, I am much, much healthier than you probably are right now, because you don't implement all the principles that because statistically speaking, you probably don't implement all of these principles that I've been practicing for years. I'm not saying this is shit on you. I'm just saying it to help you understand that if your goal is to live a long, healthy, and sustainable life, stuffing your face with protein powder, injecting yourself with steroids, and becoming the biggest guy in the room is not going to help you get there, all right? You will regret it later on in life. If you do not take care of your health, if you screw it up to the extent you cannot reverse it, and trust me, there are certain things that you can do that can permanently ruin your health. Things like eating too much sugar, which can lead to diabetes. Things like steroid abuse, which can lead to God knows how many issues. And so if you permanently screw up your health, you will regret it no matter what. No matter how much you enjoy doing whatever it is that you're doing that is bad for your health, in the future, your future self will hate you for who you are right now and the shit that you're doing to screw up your health, because you're shortening the runway that you have to live life, right? And I know this basically turned into a motivational rant, but hopefully you get the point. Just go through these resources that I just listed. I'll repeat them again: Kay Bogues, Strength Side, David Sinclair, Ben Greenfield, right? Those are the only 4 guys you really need to look into, understand what they talk about, and actively implement the principles that they discuss into your life. I'm going to be making tons of content around this topic because it's something that's crucial. It's not talked about enough. I know my channel is about building wealth, but at the end of the day, wealth is nothing without your health, right? I know that sounds really sappy, but if you don't have any time left to live life, you can't possibly consider yourself wealthy. The basic differentiator between a person who's rich and a person who is wealthy is that a wealthy person has time. They have the freedom, the flexibility to do whatever they want whenever they want. But you can do none of that without your health first. Even if you don't have money, you can still do whatever you want whenever you want to a certain extent. If you are healthy enough, if you are able enough to, like walk around, play some sports, exercise, do something fun, get into go rock climbing or something, go on a hike. If you're able to do that, that is a certain level of freedom. And as you age, that level of freedom will become more and more scarce, hence more and more valuable. So you want to prioritize that from now onwards. Hopefully, if you're watching this right now, you're young. If you're not, it's okay. It's not too late to start. Starting late is better than never starting. All right? So start taking care of your health. Prioritize it. Don't neglect it. I don't care what anyone says about hustle culture, working your butt off for 18 hours a day. None of it is worth it if you do not take care of your health. Never, ever compromise on it. That's all I've got for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Sorry for the rant. Peace.